everybody. A lot of you will know me as the CMX Connect host here in Madrid. I'm also a community builder, and I have two of my own communities, as Anne-Marie said, Eat Out Madrid for those who love eating out, restaurants, cafes, and everything eating in for those who love cooking and just having things indoors. And this year in particular, we have really been thrown into being inside a lot more, learning how to cook for some of us, and just create better relationships in the kitchen. This that I'm doing today is really exciting. I'm sure you've heard of charcuterie boards, and most of you will have heard of these boards that have meats or cheeses on. I'm going a little different today because I am a sugar addict, and we are going to be doing a hot chocolate charcuterie board. So I am talking marshmallows, I am talking meringue, I'm talking gingerbread, cookies. It's a lot of things going on. Now, if you have any questions throughout this session, the Q&A at the top of the chat, put your questions in there, and hopefully I'll be able to answer your questions for you. I'll be checking up on the screen, which is just above my camera, for any questions you drop in there. And yeah, let's get started. So before we get started on what we're going to make today, I am going to show you the different things you can use to put this together. So I've got a few things here. So first thing is, this is just a small wooden board. So depending how many people you are making this for, will depend what size board you use or what size plate you use. This is a small one, probably enough for 1 or 2 people, depending how hungry you are. You could also use one of these placemats. These are things that I usually put on the table, but again, this one is plastic, so really good for wiping clean if you spill anything, and does have a lip, so it keeps things from rolling off of the board. And the same with this, which is just a tray, which you can also use. So you don't have to have anything fancy. I'm sure a lot of you have got similar things to this at home that you could use. I am going to be using today this board, which is, it's huge. Look at the size of my head. Ow, I just hit myself in the head. This is a wooden board. It has a handle. It's quite heavy. Now, I want to put an advisory out there. If you're going to use a board this big and you're going to put a lot of things on your board, you may not be able to lift this up and move it to somewhere else without things falling off it. So today, this board is going to stay here on this coffee table of mine until I finish everything that I'm going to put on it. All right, so I think it's time to get started. And as you can see on my table here, I have a lot of different things. So we're going to start off with the bowls in the front. I have white chocolate fingers. Look at these are so cute. These are mini Chips Ahoy. Mini Chips Ahoy, great to put on top of your hot chocolate. We have large marshmallows, of course, Oreos, which you can obviously split up and crunch up into little bits to like sprinkle on top of your hot chocolates. We have white and pink meringue, which I am going to break up in a little bit. Some heart-shaped gingerbread cookies, because a holiday season isn't complete without gingerbread. Mini marshmallows, of course. Some crushed up peppermint candy canes. And here I have the complete candy canes, because everyone loves candy canes. And in this one, these are Maltesers, or I think some people like to call them Malt Balls. These are just fun, and this is one of the reasons why you might want to have a board that has a lip to stop these from rolling off, or you just play a game to see how many you can keep on the board. And then, I'm not finished, we have 6 different kind of toppings. Sorry, I'm just going to stir my hot chocolate here. Just make sure that it's okay. So we have salt, because salted caramel. We have some milk, white and dark chocolate balls. I have some tiny little fudge squares. I have some cinnamon clusters, some chocolate shavings, and some coconut shavings as well. Now I also have on my iPad here I've put this together. This is a fun little thing that you can do if you have people coming around. And I made this on Canva, and it's like a little menu. It's a little kind of like combo pairing kind of thing. And you can obviously make this however you want. I have made a few kind of combos based on the ingredients I have today. So if you have people coming around, you can put these out, write what goes with what, and that way it's easy for people to decide what kind of drinks they want, because everyone likes something different. So yeah, this is just kind of fun. I also use this actually on Christmas Day when we're having our Christmas dinner, and I put the menu out to make it, you know, a little bit more fancy. Going on, I also have, these are like wafer straws, you could call them. And you can use them as straws for your hot chocolate. Sorry, there they are. And the one thing I would say about these is they don't last long as straws, because if the hot chocolate is in fact hot, they're gonna kind of disintegrate quite quickly. So, you know, best to eat those quick. And what I've done is I've actually just taken a glass jar, which I'm not even sure what it had inside, and I wrapped it in some recycled paper. This is from a Primark bag that I got the other day, and I put some twine around it in a little bow. I've also done the same with some sauces. So I have some caramel, which I've written CA on the top, because once you cover it in wrapping paper, you have no idea what it is. And then I've got chocolate sauce, which has CH on the top, so that's really cute. And then last but not least, I have squirty cream, which I love, is great to put on top of the hot chocolate, and you know, for all the little toppings we're going to add as well. And then of course over here is my hot chocolate, which I made on the stove beforehand, and I'm just keeping warm in this little fondue set actually. And I've got a little soup ladle, which I'll use later to put it into my cup. So I think it's time to put together our board. And the first thing that I want you to think about with this board is, if you're using anything that comes in a little bowl, or you're using jars, you want to place these on the board first before you start to put any of this on. So decide where you would like your things to go. And there really is no kind of right or wrong way to do this. Is whatever you think looks good. Some people will go in diagonal lines with their toppings. Some people will go in circles based on like a central thing. For example, this. I am going to do kind of just, I don't know, make it up as I go kind of thing. And just kind of put these in different places like this. And then I'm going to start taking my other ingredients. So I have 7 different ingredients that I'm going to be putting on this board. I'm actually going to keep my little glass jars here in this little tray I have, because I think it might be overloading the board a bit much if I put everything on. So I'm going to take, first of all, my marshmallows, because everyone loves marshmallows. Hopefully you do too. Let me know in the chat if you love marshmallows. I mean, there are so many different types of marshmallows that you can buy and use. There's some that come in like patterns. Obviously we have the, where are they, smaller ones here. Now of course, the bigger the ingredient, the more space it's going to take up. And when you are making your hot chocolate or hot cocoa, if you put a lot of these marshmallows on, they may kind of go through the whipped cream and fall into your hot chocolate, if that's what you want. I like to have everything on the top, but it's entirely up to you. And that's the beauty of making drinks like this, is you can have it whichever way you like. So I'm just going to pile these on, and you know, pile them high like a castle. So that's my marshmallows. Hopefully everyone is following along. Again, if you have any questions, pop them in the Q&A and I will get to those when I can. Next up, I'm going to go with my heart-shaped gingerbread cookies. Now, when you're making this board, you want to think about the different colors that you've got happening on this board. I mean, I know I've put my big marshmallows next to my small ones, but I probably wouldn't then put these meringue, because it's a lot of the same color together. So I'm going to try and split it up. So I'm going to take some of my gingerbread cookies, and of course all of these ingredients you can make smaller, you can buy them smaller, and Actually, all these ingredients I'm using today are what I call full fat, full sugar, full everything. You can obviously make this board sugar-free, gluten-free, vegan, all those kinds of things. There's so many different products out there that you can use. What I did have to do in getting these products is go to a few different places to find what I needed, because different places have different things, but I managed to get all of these and I'm so happy. So next up, we are going to move on to our Oreos. I know there's lots of different ways people like to eat Oreos. Let me know how you like to eat yours. Do you eat them whole? Do you break them? I know some people separate the outside bit and then lick the inside. Do you scrape off the inside? Like what do you do? Let me know. And again, you can crush these up and put them on top of your hot chocolate when it's finished. Or you can just kind of eat as you go, you know. My rule is if it falls off the board, you get to eat it. All right. Okay, our board is starting to shape up really nicely. Next up, I'm going to take, I think, let's see, I'm going to take my white chocolate fingers, just going to stir my hot chocolate here, keep it nice, because if you're using a fondue set like this and you leave the hot chocolate, it does create a bit of a skin on top, and I'm not a big fan of skin. I don't know about anyone else, but yeah, I don't like skin. Okay, I'm going to pop these fingers here on the side here. Oh, they're getting all stuck together. And just kind of place them on. Again, you can be as neat as you want or as messy as you want. I am just kind of putting them on like this, maybe a few this way. The idea with this is to kind of cover the board. You don't want to see the board once you're finished. Okay. Next up then, I'm going to take, what have we got? I'm going to take meringue. That's what I need. I need some meringue. All right. Is everyone with me? Hopefully everybody is. Now don't forget, coming up, well, it's probably already started actually, is the ice carving as well. So once you're finished watching me here, you can go ahead and catch the last part of the ice carving. I mean, how festive is that? Now with these meringues, I'm just going to kind of place them along like this and pile them up like a castle. Maybe not that one there. Yeah, I think maybe this one here. Perfect. Another white one. Actually, that can go there. There we go. There's my meringue. All right. Then I'm going to take my candy canes, my whole candy canes. I'm going to pop these just here. All right. This is a lot of fun for the family. You can get everybody involved. And of course, if you want to make this more adult, you can of course mix in some alcohol if you'd like. You can also, if you're worried about the children with the hot chocolate, you could make milkshakes instead. You could even get ice cream and use that as well. There's so many different options. Okay, and then I'm going to take my cute little Chips Ahoy cookies, which are so cute, and I'm going to place them here, just like this. Oh, uh-oh. My husband here said that's for him. I don't know, would you take something off the floor? 5-second rule, right? I don't know. All right, I'm going to place these here. Hopefully everyone is with me still. Maybe you're taking notes about how you're going to do your board. Uh-oh, another one on the floor. See, this is the problem when you have little cookies like this. So be careful when placing them. And you can even get, you can make miniature boards. So everyone makes their own board if they like. And then you have maybe 4 or 5 different boards. All right. Okay, very good. So I think we have our board now. So here it is. Now, of course, you can put anything you like on this board. I'm going to move this closer here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make myself a hot chocolate. I have this very nice mug. I don't know if you can see. It is my CMX mug, which says, "Who run the world?" Community builders, of course. And I'm going to spoon in some of my hot chocolate, which has been keeping warm in this fondue. Now, of course, you don't have to use a fondue. You can just use a pan. Just make sure you put it on something that's not going to burn the table. And yeah, this is going to be my dinner tonight. Okay, one more scoop. Very good. Okay, then I'm going to get out my squirty cream, because who doesn't like squirty cream? I can see a lot of things in the general chat. I think we'll switch to the Q&A in a second. Okay, we have some questions. Derek, would you consider moving this session to a daily internet show where you sell the things that you're showing off in this session? Yes, I would consider it. Feel free to send me a message if you are interested in. I feel like I'm on like QVC or like one of these food programs. I would love to do this. Anne-Marie says, is there a special recipe for the hot chocolate? No, I use a hot chocolate which is called Valor, which is a Spanish hot chocolate, but you could use like Cadbury's drinking chocolate. It has to be drinking chocolate, really. I mean, you could melt just regular chocolate, but it's going to be quite thick. Yeah, this is the chocolate here. Is this too hot to have? No. This is just drinking chocolate, which I heated up the milk first and then just kind of threw in the cocoa powder and was tasting it as I was going to see what level of chocolatiness it had, because I like it quite chocolatey. Some people like it quite milky, so it's up to you. We have some more questions. Do British people really call it squirty cream? Yeah, well, you're saying squirly cream. Maybe I said we call it squirty cream because it squirts out. My husband's laughing. I don't know what's funny. Let me know what you call it. But yeah, we call it squirty cream. But yeah, we won't go into different names for different things. Karen says, my question, want to come to Malaga for Christmas and make us this with Seppi and I. Yes, if you need me for parties, I'm more than happy to travel international for this Charcuterie board. Anyway, I'm going to finish off doing this. It needs more squirty cream, now that you've said it, because who doesn't love more cream? Because mine's kind of gone in the bottom. Oh, and I also have a metal straw, pop that in. I am going to cover it with some marshmallows, some cinnamon clusters. I'm going to put a wafer in there. Oh, and I'm going to add some Chips Ahoy mini cookies. And one more thing, candy cane on top. Well, that doesn't look good, but you get the drift. And there it is. Happy holidays, everyone. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. All right. Thank you, everybody. Hopefully, you have learned a thing or two about putting together a hot chocolate charcuterie board. And yeah, it's really very customizable. You can do whatever you want. It's a lot of fun for everybody. And yeah, now I'm thinking, how am I going to eat all of this? But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But thank you, everybody. Hopefully you enjoy this. Hopefully you've got your hot chocolate or your hot cocoa with you right now and you can enjoy. Head over and check out the last part of the ice carving to get you more in the festive mood. And I will see you about and around everywhere as always. Thank you, everybody, and goodbye.